particular person on the call today is Kay Miller. And I've known Kay Miller for over 20 years. She's a good gal, and she's in my organization. We had a conversation the other day, and well, it's probably been a couple of weeks now. And I was sharing some of the challenges that, you know, each of us as reps will have to endure. And a lot of the way we overcome that is just to understand that we're in the people business, blah, blah, blah. And the reason I'm sharing Kay's story today is that every now and then, if you spend some time lifting somebody up, you're going to get inspired by their reaction. And flattery aside, Kay, that conversation took about an hour and a half. I couldn't do that with every rep on the planet, but I do know this. After an hour and a half, I saw a renewed interest and a renewed enthusiasm and an understanding, to the point that she says, well, why the heck didn't you tell me this before? Well, that's the inspiration. So I'm going to share most of that little story with you today. So, by the way, Kay is on the phone. I'll probably embarrass her a little bit, but you know we're still good friends, and the story remains the same. There's inspiration behind lifting people up. So let's get into comp plans for a minute. So there are comp plans out there called binaries, 2 legs, binary. 2 legs, and then they got trinaries where you actually go out there and build 3 legs of people, and you drive them down, and all these people come in. Very complicated. I sold against them for a long, long time. There are trinary plans with unilevel components. They call them hybrids. I'm going, what in the world is that? Oh, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like a chef experimenting. But over the years, all of these comp plans have developed. There's a forced matrix. It's called times 13. You get 3, they get 3. There's 9, right? So the total number of people in that matrix is you and 3 and 9. So it's 13. Okay. You don't have to remember all this, but man, there is so much confusion out there, and I just want to bring you home, having set the stage with all that, by saying, you have heard this before, and if you haven't heard of this before, you'll have some inspiration too. Nexcel's compensation plan, as most of you know, is modeled after the highly successful compensation plan that was used at Excel Communications. And everybody knows the story. We rocked it. People were coming in. We are indeed Nexcel, the wealth and wellness company. And we start with wealth first because we just want to make sure that everybody understands that we, in order to take advantage of the window of opportunity, in order for us to lift people up, both financially and health-wise, we need lots of ambassadors, okay? Lots of people. I call it a small army. An army's got thousands of thousands. Yeah, this will be a big army by the time we get finished. But what does the unilevel explanation have to do with what we're doing? Let's go back to Kay's conversation that I had with Kay. She said to me, well, I made RD, and I said, yeah, that's cool. And she says, what's really freaking me out is I can't make up my mind what you want me to do. I said, okay, you don't freak out. We'll just figure it out. She said to me, well, am I supposed to be gathering customers or recruiting because you want to build this big army? And I said to her coyly, well, Kay, the fact of the matter is you have to do both. But I'm going to tell you that one of them is a lot easier than you think it is. And she said, well, how does that work? She says, I don't want to go out there now and gather 20 customers. And I said, well, in order to get paid as a regional director, you've got to have 20 customer points. She said, I don't even want to do that. I think it's baloney. By the time you get everybody to sign up and stick with you and all that, she was a little bit upset. One of the challenges that we have. And the challenges of looking at a unilevel compensation plan You say to yourself, how in the world do these people build an organization that's 7 levels deep? That's the first one, by the way. All the rest of them are on limited levels if you think about it. But I said, well, Kay, just remember that your 7th level is put there by your 6th level. And she says, oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, cool. Yeah, but how do I get all those people on the 6th level? We'll back up with it. The people on the 5th level, put them there. And the people on the 5th level are placed there by the people on the 4th level. Go all the way back. Hence the story unilevel. We are responsible for building one level. Uni means one, from our Latin, uno. And we recruit people into the business as either independent reps, they can do that for nothing, or they come into the business as managing reps. And if you look at the comp plan, if we were all having this class live, I'd be drawing this on a whiteboard. You will never forget it, I promise you. And Kay, by the way, said, holy moly, I just forgot about all this. So what happens is you're responsible for placing 3 managing representatives in your first organization. Forget all the little details. They've got to gather customers. You're going to get your fast start and all that kind of stuff. And then you get promoted to AD. At AD, you need 6 people on your front line who become AD in order for you to get to be RD. In order to get paid as an area director, you have to have 10 customers. Kay's going, that's not all that easy. And I'm saying, well, yeah, it is. We're going to talk about it on Saturday. And then you need to tell me that I get all the way to RD and I've got to gather 20 customers. I said, well, if we're doing it right, if we focus upon the concept that we call unilevel compensation, everybody's responsible for their first level. If you want to dig deep and put people here, people that's not smart, what you want to do is get people started. Now, let's digress for a minute. Things change over the years. As an example, Excel, our long-distance company, did not have a check match. And one of the reasons why it didn't have a check match is because, well, back then they didn't need that, I guess, but everybody would put 3 people in the organization. And a lot of times, those people, they didn't want to be in the business. They didn't want to be in a long-distance business, but you had to get 3 to get to be area director. And then once you started building your area director organization, senior reps, I think we call them, then you knew that you were going to make money if you stayed in that code. And what do you think happened to the people who came into the organization first? Well, they got left behind. Some of them did well, but some of them got left behind. Back to the unilevel. So Steve says, well, this time we're going to put some emphasis on this. And he has a check match built in there, and the same thing kind of happens. Now, I was fortunate. I got a real star who came into my organization right off the bat. And knowing that you'd get a 20% override on that particular position, I said, this guy's going to be a star. All I've got to do is help him build a business. Well, guess what? Everybody wasn't believing or understanding the unilevel idea. And the unilevel idea's got a couple components that you have to understand. Number one, the responsibility of the sponsor is to duplicate what the sponsor was taught. Okay? So today, starting at 13 minutes after 11, today we're going to talk about 3 issues. First issue is, number one, our compensation plan and what we have done to refine an already simple plan. Second thing we're going to talk about is the rep option. And the rep option is one hot trigger. It's going to send money everywhere. All we have to do is understand that we're worrying about one level. And we teach those people to take care of their one level. Now watch this. Oh, and the last thing we're going to talk about is when you're gathering customers, it's going to get easier. We know now that all we have to do is register 3 people that we know and love, put them in the deal, and get them to buy a $30 Welcome Essentials. They're going to try it out. You can do that. I still think, in order to trigger money, go out there and take advantage of that particular aspect of the plan. But if you're really going to be of service to somebody, say, listen, you got to buy the product, for God's sakes. Well, let me try it. Okay. Give me the welcome essentials. At some point in time, that 5 days, actually it'll take 5 days, that's the point in time. 2 people are going to eat that sample up and it's all over with. I didn't feel anything. Well, the salve was kind of good. I think the tincture made me sleep better, but it's all gone now. Well, what are you going to do next? Right? So as we work our way through the compensation plan, let's focus upon one month. Let's get started with the comp plan. Okay. So we ran some specials. We wanted to get people promoted. Those are gone. Those are once in a lifetime deal.
Sure. Sorry, you idiot.
In order to get promoted to area director, you're going to need 3 reps on your front line. It's important who you get, because the best people that you get, they're going to continue that organization. So you need people that are somewhat independent, that understand that there's a call, there's a back office, there is a community that'll help you. But we're going to teach people how to replicate it. Okay? So our real jobs here evolve around doing the same thing over and over. Somebody to help us, getting them to get 3 customers. Getting another person to help us, go and get their 3 customers. What are they doing? They're doing the same thing. Let's keep it simple. It is simple. If I drew this on the board, you'd be looking at it and say, well, why didn't I know that? Because we don't think that way a lot of times. Okay? So if you have 3 people in your first organization, we call it our MR group, and you've got 6 people in your area director organization, you will have a total of 9 people. Is that true? Yes. Now guess what? As we move forward, the most intelligent thing that we can do, we all know the fee. It's $299.97 or $14.97 a month to become a managing representative. You're going to buy your personal consumption products, up to 4 at a deep discount. That's a great thing. You know everything that you get in the package. But now we're offering the representative option. All right, round figures. Costs $200 if you want to buy it. You can buy it for under $100 at the time you enroll your new representatives. When that new representative says, well, I want to be a product of the product, that's a good point, Bob. You say, all right, well, good, be a product of the product. This is what I recommend. You take advantage of the managing representative option. You're going to get all 3 products. It'll last you a month. You're going to know if it works or not. You got to tell people your story. You're going to buy it for $99.97. Those 3 products that are in the Nexel kit. There are 3 products in the Nexel kit: the tincture, the gel caps, and the shaft. The beautiful thing is each one of those products is worth 3 points. The next beautiful thing is if you're a good sponsor, you're going to encourage that representative to buy that. Well, number one, you should encourage them because those points, because those are personal consumption products, go to the sponsor. We're going to trigger the fast start for him. Sponsor's real happy. And a lot of people on the phone might be saying, well, I don't care about my sponsor. Well, hold on, party pants. In about a day or 3 days or 10, whatever the interval is, you, the new rep, will become a sponsor. So it should be incumbent upon the sponsor of that new rep to get that person to do exactly what you're doing. Each time somebody comes into the business and spends that $99.97 on the Nexel kit, what's beautiful is the money flows. You go out there and do the same thing. That same money is flowing to you. All we're doing is we're replicating a simple process. And then you've got the opportunity in the first 10 days as a new rep, go out there and find 3 people. Buy the product for yourself. Get the Nexel kit for $99. Now your job is to go out there and spread the word about CBD. People are going to say, well, how much is it? All the kind of stuff. All you have to do is say, look, this is one way we can get you started. It's great. I'm going to sign you up as a customer. Are you willing to spend $30? Come on, $30. You're going to get a sample of each 5-day sample. Try it out. But I know what's going to happen as soon as you're out of 5. We're going to have to sell you some products because it's going to work, and you're going to be all out of it with a sample. But those 3 samples are worth a point a piece. So do one to your next door neighbor, do one to your best golfing bud, and bump into somebody in the supermarket and say, have you had your CBD today? Conversation will ensue. Sign them up. Get them to spend $30. You already know this particular aspect of it. Even if you pay for those samples yourself, all right, even if you pay for the samples yourself, as long as those customers are registered with their own email and their own address, everybody's good. Let's not spend a whole lot of time on that detail. Unilevel, you recruit people.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Come on, people.
There's 2
Come on, let's fucking go.
Most people have in their lives today. It's either financial or it's health. If you had to pick one that you'd like to change, which one would it be? Uncle Jim? Uncle Jim says, well, I'll tell you what, I'm working 60 or 70 hours a week, and I'm fed up with it. I can't wait till the time I retire. I said, oh, so you're not making all the money you want to make.
Okay, so are y'all
going to actually go? I'm not making anywhere near what I'm worth, and I'm aggravated about it. You look him in the eye and you say, Uncle Jim, I can help you. Now, some Uncle Jims are going to look back and go, how the heck are you going to help me? Well, all I want you to do is listen to something that I have found out about. All right, so if somebody says, I've got a problem with my job, or I'm busting my butt, my car is broken, I can't afford my rent, my kids, we're at a different level now. Dad makes $250,000. Mom makes $100,000 in her little business. It's a nice business, by the way. $350,000 a year. Now all of a sudden the kid's going to go to Notre Dame. You better have some money if you haven't saved it up. Well, no, I thought I'd have it by now, but no. And now you're going to hear people talking about tuition and the cost of dormitories. And then you're going to go buy a place so everybody can live it, and you might be able to defray the cost of the college residency, right? So no matter what level you're at, there is an opportunity for somebody to say, holy moly, guess what? Your transmission is broke, and it's broken, and it's going to cost you. I had a BMW. I went to get my transmission fixed, and it was $13,000. Well, I hate to tell you, my American Express was still smoldering after I got that thing fixed. But I contested it because it was relatively close to the warranty period, and because I know how to negotiate a little bit. Those guys paid $11,000, so it cost me $2,000. So anyway, here's the deal. I don't care where you are, things are going to pop up. Are those financial challenges? Absolutely. You just go in for health care. You got medical things. Man, that will eat you up. Do people need money? There isn't a soul on this planet who says, I've got all the money I need, and tell the truth. Everybody says, if I had a little bit more, I'd do things differently. So that's why we're focusing upon this. Now watch. As we're talking to people, if the first thing that comes out of the mouth is, well, I got a backache, my arthritis is killing me, or my mom is suffering from fibromyalgia or something, but one of the maladies we're always talking about, it's very simple for us to say, well, has she tried CBD? Most people don't know what it is still. And here we're in the space talking 3 times a week. We know what it is. Our responsibility is to go out there and teach people to do it. Let's go back to the comp plan. I forgot to make this line. When I said this to Kay, she said, well, why didn't you tell me this before? So if you put 3 managing reps in your first organization, and you put 6 into your 8 area director organization, okay, and you help them get started, teaching them what I'm sharing with you now.
A little bit more.
They buy the rep option for $99.97. It triggers the money. They've still got 10 days to make another $100 themselves by going out and distributing the samples or selling regular kits. But if you've got 9 people in your organization and they're all buying the kit, 9 times 3 is 27. You've got enough customer points that You don't have to go out there and gather customers. I mean, if you're an AD, you only need 10 customers. If your organization is built upon the new rules, you are slaying that customer gathering dragon right off the bat. Because you'll have 6 people in the organization at some point, 5 people in the organization. They're all buying the option. Just multiply however many you got times 3.
Oh shit!
And the beautiful thing is, you will be able to be paid at your rank.
Bunch of
a whole lot of people that got promoted don't have the customers. Why not? Well, because we weren't passing the word down into the organization that there is a smart way to do this. And we kind of tried to keep it simple. I'm still trying to keep it simple. If you saw this on the board, you'd say, I don't have to worry about customers. And when you don't have to worry about them, that's when the customers start to come out of the woodwork. When you can exude the confidence in knowing that you can help somebody because of the product that we've got, you don't have to sell it. You just say, have you had this? Have you tried this? What do you know about CBD? And that's the deal. So while you're out there, they're going to say, I don't know, I guess do you have any samples? Well, then sign them up and say, would you spend $30 on a sample? You got to follow up. We call it Welcome Essentials. You got to follow up because they're going to run out real quickly. And then remember this, our other new addition is we are a good company and we care about people. The other thing we're talking about is the 20% customer discount on their first order. Why don't you buy it for a month? As a matter of fact, I think you ought to, count on playing the CBD regimen for about 3 months. You will not let it go. So, sometimes I'm ambivalent about 5 days. You got a big boy out there that weighs 350 pounds. I don't know if he needs more pills than anybody else. I don't know if he needs more tincture. The endocannabinoid system is just as simple. Just because it's in a big guy doesn't mean it has to work any harder or less. But by and large, every time we offer somebody a product, somebody says, man, this stuff is phenomenal. Or I just started taking the tincture and I'm sleeping all night. I don't have to get up and use the restroom all the time. That's my story. Most of you guys know I'm 70 years old, going on 48. And the thing that's blowing my mind is I cannot imagine my life without CBD. And we're going to get a whole lot of people to do that. Doesn't it make good sense? If we have a unilevel compensation plan, focus upon one level and make sure each person that you bring into the business is taught. We got some tools coming that's really going to help you. We talked to the team yesterday, and that's moving along nicely. Just follow the instructions. Don't complicate it. You don't need to go out and become a medical doctor to talk about CBD. It's unnecessary. Ask them if they know about it. We can get the samples into their hands. We can refer them to any spot on our website if they go there. They'll take the time. And there you have it. So what's the real message? If you're thinking about your 3rd level or your 4th level or like level 100, you never even get there. It's impossible to get there and make serious money unless we're duplicating a very, very simple product. So focus in on going wide, not going deep. Bring the people into the business and get them started. And if you're not encouraging them to spend the extra $100, they're going to get it back quickly. You can see the way it works.
Oh, sure.
Do the rep option, $99.97. If everybody that you bring into the business is supported, you hold their hand a little bit in the beginning, you get them on the calls, and I can't wait. It's starting, and it's happening. Some of the people who have come in lately are going, well, this isn't all that difficult. You mean all I do is, yeah, that's all you do. Let's practice it. You got to do it. And a lot of times, like you've heard me speak before, I've got a life too. And if you've got something else to do, sometimes your priorities change. I got to take care of this. I got to take care of my mom. I got to take care of My dog. I got this bill to worry about. And isn't it interesting that some things kind of get out of the priority list? If you think about this business, you don't have to work it full time, because full time is that's an institutional definition of work, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, whatever the heck the hours are. You don't have to work 9 to 5 every day, but you best be thinking about it every day, because if you're thinking about Nextel, when the opportunity presents itself, you're going to say, I should do this, or I should ask the question. You know, sometimes, I laugh at myself. I'm in the supermarket, and I get these little gum things. I like to chew them, at the checkout counter, and some lady standing there saying, oh, that reminds me, I need some gum too. And I'm going to say, yeah, the gum's important, but have you had your CBD today? What's crazy is there we are at the checkout. We're always talking. Now, do all these people buy from me? No, a lot of them think I'm nuts. I'm talking to them about CBD in the supermarket. But the fact of the matter is, you can't be a secret agent. Talk to people all the time. I met 3 people this week that I think may be good. Now, let me tell you why I say they may be good. They were asking me questions that I swear they must have spent hours and hours and hours up all night writing down these questions to ask me. So sophisticated, so complicated. I said, look, we gather a few customers and we get other people that help us do the same. And you're going to get $100 for 3 $30 sales. That means you're going to sell something for $90 and the company's going to pay you $100. Help me understand why people can't see that. And if they do go out there and they're buying the products, if they're buying the option, each representative that you get started is going to go out there and tell everybody else to do the same thing. That's the referral marketing side. Back to Kay Miller. So I was inspired. She said, this excites me. I don't have to worry about gathering customers anymore. I said, no, but you got to worry about recruiting people, talking to people about the business opportunities, getting them to understand why they should be a product of the product, tell them that the money flows when this happens. And she said, well, I'm going to do that. I'm actually excited. I said, well, excitement's fun, isn't it? And she said, yeah. Kay's talking to people, and she's out with her.
It's like my problem, too many options.
And I know.
Well, look at my husband on this low carb diet.
That this simple little understanding helped her move forward during the week. So anyway, that was
got
it.
The extreme.
Did we get them all? Okay.
Well, yeah, because my girlfriend's doing the keto thing.
That's what I'm working towards, okay?
All right, she told me this formula.
People are duplicating. If they're not,
minus the fiber from the carbs, and that'll give you the number.
So those right there are good.
I ain't saying all that. I may get rejected when I get in the house. I'm thinking out of the box. But she told me, okay, yeah, look at the carb number, but then look at the fiber, and then you can subtract the two so that the net carb is 5.
But it is easier to get first.
I'm only relaying the information as it was given me. I put out a disclaimer anytime.
So a lot of times people are for a reason. You got to go help them.
I won't lag him, but I can
we don't understand. They may have been disappointed early on. They may not have to get that.
Oh wait, well here's the that's the extreme one. It's spinach. Same guy.
Not always.
This guy.
That things to do.
They will be happy.
But we're still here. And every time we have
how's the carb look on them? Is that any different?
Amongst ourselves, ideas.
Okay, exact same.
Exact same.
My friends, a unilevel compensation plan.
There you go.
Identical to the one that you happen to be experiencing.
When peanut butter was crunchy and smooth.
By getting a lot of people.
Sorry, boss. All right, go.
That's my message for Saturday. I want to thank Kay for inspiring me.
It's like, okay, I'm out.
So, comp plan, rep option,
sure, right.
Going to the sponsor. That new rep's going to be a sponsor soon. The 20% off for the customer. They're going to say, well, that's nice. You know, maybe they'll buy it. Tell them.
No. I'm just trying to. I mean, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've been on healthy eating. Like I eat a lot of greens and grains and whatnot. Which the grains anymore. And I don't know what the whole keto thing is. You know, I don't really have a whole lot of weight to lose. So I just try to. And I love being in the kitchen, so I'm getting breakfast going from. Well, let's see what I can do.
Talk about this. A good show.
Yeah.
Good
So I'm like, damn.
Great restaurant, whatever the heck. I got some great inspiration from a restaurant.
Oh, like I said, I got a big old box of mixed grains. I love me some grains. Well, wish me luck on this breakfast adventure.
Well, we're going to talk about this on Saturday. Don't spend any time losing sleep trying to figure out CBD or the comp plan. Just talk to people. We'll manicure that as time goes on. If you have any questions, call us. Go to info@. You go to Bob at
No, don't go to info@Bob. What the fuck are you doing?
I've been blessed today. It's a beautiful Saturday. I'm going to go enjoy it. And God bless you as well. We'll see you on Tuesday and Thursday. And next Saturday, I think we're going to unfold a whole bunch of neat deals. Don't wait for it. That's really a foolish thing to do. Go out there and talk to some people about the Bears. We are Nexel, the wealth and wellness company. Have a good day, my friends.
What is this shit? That